Hmm. Okay. Hello, everyone. It's very nice to see you. Hmm. Today I am doing the talking instead of Monica. I feel very fortunate to be able to do this. Uh, just a couple of days ago, I was in bed, being quite sick from migraine that had lasted for about 10 days. And I thought I wouldn't be able to do this at all. So I feel this deep gratitude to be able to do it. And it makes me think of all the conditions that that have to come together for this to be possible. It's so rare that each and every one of us actually have showed up here and participate in this, doing this retreat together. how awesome is that? It's really awesome. It's very rare. And I hope there will be retreats again, MIDL retreats again, but this retreat will never be again. This moment right now, for this to come together now, it will never happen again. It's never happened before, it will never happen again. It's marvelous. It's marvelous. And now I don't know where Stephen is, but I feel this. I wanted to express my gratitude to Stephen, for putting all this together with a little help from me and some more help from Monica. But just making the schedule across all different timelines. I don't know how he did that. I tried to arrange meetings in different timelines, and I never get it right. Even though I use this tool on the internet, I enter my time and I get their time, so still it becomes the wrong time with an hour here or there. Yeah, and this, and I want to express my gratitude to Monica for holding this meta workshop before, and the Q&As and all the questions that being asked there, and just the knowing that people are here people sitting here even when we sleep. And I also wanted to express the gratitude to people showing up on the one-on-one sessions. What a gift to be given this, what's the English word? This trust. I can't think of any gift in the world deeper than that trust. All the money in the world, no. To be given that trust. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for showing up here and coming here. I really, truly mean that. So I wanted to talk a little bit about metta and how to bring a sort of, I think, Monica, you talked about how MIDL is imbued with metta. You used the word imbued, I think. And I wanted to maybe explore that a little more, and both in the sort of formal practice, but also in daily life, how metta is imbued in the practice of MIDL and how we can sort of use that imbuement, that attitude of metta in the sitting practice and relating in daily life. And I also wanted to talk about, how shall I say this, metta as sort of an attitude, as a, so we've done metta practice, we've done a formal practice that is in the tradition, where you sit down and you read it metta to yourself or to another being that's easy to start with, and you sort of gradually expand it and find maybe more difficult ones. And I wanted to talk now about how what we find there when we do this practice can be found anywhere if we notice that we just really do mean it. It's sort of this uncovering of the actual, how shall I say? So we use these phrases, may you be well. But I really do mean that. And the noticing of the truth in that. So, this is more sort of a, let's say, almost like a result of doing MIDL, that we can notice that metta comes online more and more and more often. This goes also for karuna, compassion, mudita, sympathetic joy. And I think Monica will talk more about those maybe the coming days. So we talked about giving metta toward beings. I don't know about you, but I've taken some walks now during the retreat, and I know that some of us do working retreats. We have work at the same time, or other things in life that we have to do. But when I go out, I live in Sweden, and we have lots of crows here in the city. And they have their little feet. They have and they walk like this. And it makes me so happy just to see those animals, just these little crows. What little beings. Just look at them and notice that you don't have to do metta. It's there. You just uncover it. It's like, take this, and there it is. There it is. Metta is right there. The metta can be there to anything we attend to. So I was, what's it called? Vacuum the floor earlier today. And you can have this sort of idea that I should vacuum the floor to get rid of the dust. Sort of just finish the job. Or vacuum the floor because I really care for it. I really care for I have this floor here. I want to show you my floor. Look, here's my floor. Look at that floor. Look at that floor. I really care for this floor. I see a lot of smiles here. You recognize what I'm talking about. You're wiping the table, and each and every particle of the table. Care for each and every particle there. Not to get rid of the dust, but because I care. Washing my hands with soap. I care for the hands. I care for the soap. Washing my body because I care for this being. And, some of us, we're not talking much now, but some of us are talking. caring for the person in front of you when you're talking. Look at this person. It's just right in front. This conversation will never happen again. And you know, when maybe you're in the store and you buy something, the cashier sitting there, just spending two seconds extra. Thank you very much. I wish you a pleasant evening. I wish you a good day. And notice that you really do mean it. You don't know this person probably. Not well. But notice you truly do mean it. I do wish you well. The touch of the feet to the ground. It's like this floor again, you know. Just noticing that. The breath. This wonderful breath. This beautiful breath. I know in some languages, I speak Swedish is my mother tongue. In Sweden, in Swedish, the word for breath and the word for spirit is the same word. And it is in other languages as well. It's this little being. It's this little being there. Look at that. A little spirit. I love you, breath. Mm. The touch of the thumbs. Just notice that light touch. What in the world could be more beautiful than this? And then the hindrances comes up. Talked about illnesses. Physical illness. Mental illness. The loss of a loved one. Sorrow. Fear of the world. What's going on in the world? I don't know. Tension in the body. Forgetting and mind wandering. Dullness and striving. And all those. Those might not seem so beautiful as the breath when it's there. Or, you know, the chrome. But we can train our mind and learn to give metta, compassion towards those as well. Towards the illness when it's there. Or towards the loss and the sorrow when it's there. Oh, hello there, loss. I care for you. I see you. I understand. I really do understand. I am sure that each and everyone here understands loss. And then the resistance. That's a difficult one. The resistance to the loss. The resistance to the hindrances. The resistance to the fear. And the resistance to the resistance. Yeah, you know that one, Monica, the resistance to the resistance. It's like there is this piling up of one hindrance upon the other, you know? Of course there's resistance to pain. Of course you don't want to feel pain. That's why we are here. Seeking relief from dukkha. But the mind, the mind is so used to trying to solve problems. And that's how we approach almost anything in this world. Have a problem and then we solve it. But in the mind, things pile upon each other and we don't always see that. There is resistance and there might be resistance to the resistance, but we try to work with what we first were sort of the first problem, sorrow, let's say. And I should accept this sorrow. I should have metta towards this sorrow. And it doesn't really work because I'm actually resisting the resistance. Oh. So a skill to develop is to notice what is in front. There's a lot of talk about deep meditation, but what about what's just right here? Right here on the surface. And finding kindness and caring for this, what has just bubbled up in front. And notice that I do mean it. Even that resistance, and this is something Monica really taught me, even that resistance is is sort of coming with a good intention. It is trying to protect. You don't want to feel pain. And you can have compassion with that. Oh, of course you don't want. Of course you would initially start to resist it. So the power in metta is not in the phrases. The phrases incline our minds towards noticing that I really do mean this. It's in the noticing, I would say, of the truth of metta. And I think automatically that I'm sort of big now. I'm sort of on the whole screen. And maybe there are some people over here. But I would just like to ask you to do something, and that is around here. If you move the mouse, there is a button called View, and you can there select Gallery. So I don't know if it works on cell phones. I don't know if you have a cell phone. I don't really know what to do. I think you can swipe around or something. But if you're in a computer, just click the View button and Gallery. And when you do that, a lot of people appear there. Look at all those people. Look, there's Darren. Hello, Darren. So nice that you're here. And Tina. Tina is here. And Linda. I heard so much about you, Linda. It's really nice to meet you. No, I don't know if you know that, but Stephen talks about you all the time. Doesn't he, Paula? Yeah, he talks about you all the time. And Deb, you're always here. You're always here. It's so nice. Jason. Hmm. And Louis. And Alan. And Christian is here. Yes. And Kim. And Paula. Paula with your lovely smile. Hello, Paula. Hmm. And I don't really know how to pronounce this, but Radhanesh. Hmm. And Morten is here. Hello, Morten. And Torun. Torun? Torun. And Monica is here. Hmm. And Charlton is here. Look, Charlton is here. Hmm. Watch out for Charlton. He's a true Dharma practitioner. And John is here. And Phyllis. Did I pronounce that correctly? Hello, Phyllis. And Rob. Rob is here. And Anne is here. And Ruth. You're also here. And I think you're checking in from a hospital, right? What courage to do that. Hmm. I really know what it means to be ill. I lived with illness in my whole life. I don't know exactly what you're going through, but I know what it means to be very, very ill. Hmm. Amir is here. Hello, Amir. And Roman. Roman is here. Mark is here. I don't see you, but I think you're here. And Chappelle is here. And Laura is here.
Hello.
Hello, Laura. Hello. Hmm. And Jen is here. And Jack. And Julian. And Faith. Faith in the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. Hmm. And Krister is here as well. Look at that. There he is. I had to click back, but What a wonderful being. So beautiful. You know, when I start the Zoom meetings for this little one-on-one session, it's just me on a big screen, and become so happy to see myself there. It's such a marvelous practice to just sit there in front. But there I am. Look what a lovely being. And then, unfortunately, another lovely, equally lovely being also shows up. It's wonderful. Okay. So the guided meditation has already started, by the way. This is the meditation, but this is what metta practice is. Just look at all those people. And look especially at the one that looks like yourself. What did you say? And Linda? Did I miss someone? I don't know. You can speak, Monica.
I just wanted to shout out Linda. I don't, maybe I missed that you said her, but she's with Deb.
Yeah. No, I said Linda.
Oh, great.
I mentioned that Stephen talks about her all the time. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So, but look at yourself. Look at that being. I care for you. I truly care for you, and you care for you as well. That is why you're here. You showed up here. You've put in all this time to practice, to meditate, all those days. This effort and the striving and the grinding and all that tough time. You're doing this because you're caring about yourself. Of course you do. What a lovely thing. Hmm. Okay. So let's continue this meditation in a more formal meditation and slowly allowing our eyes to close. Finding your posture. And softening into the body. Really soften all the way in. Relaxing those muscles. The held effort. Not just soften inwards, also soften outwards. Into the peripherals of the body. Where the skin meets the clothing, the air. And notice how nice it feels to soften like this. Appreciating with those two metta eyes of yours, those kind and caring eyes. You care about this being. Notice how this grounds us in the body. Really allow yourself to be fully grounded. A platform from which we can observe what's going on in the mind. We can observe attention and what it does. Stephen often likens attention to a little dog. What would it be to allow this dog to run around? And whenever it returns, we care for it. Oh, hello there. Hello there, attention. I recognize you. Creating freedom in the mind. Allowing attention to be. Instead, just softening. All the way in. All the way out. Noticing how nice the softening feels. And smiling into it with the kind metta eyes. Noticing how this grounds us in the body, which is expanding and contracting with the breath. Allowing yourself to rest with the breath. How nice it feels on that out breath, the relaxation of the out breath. Just following that out breath. And allowing yourself to rest in that silent pause between the out and the in breath. And the pleasurable massage of the in breath. And this breath still with the peripheral awareness in the whole body. Notice the breath at the tip of the nose. It's like a little being. hold it very lightly with open palms, like you would a bird or a butterfly. So tender. I care for this breath. When the hindrances arise, just allow them to enter this space of caring and kindness. And sometimes they just leave on their own. But sometimes they are sticky, as Stephen says. They're sticky and stay. Notice what is in front right now. Maybe it is the breath. Just be with the breath. But if there's something else that's sticky, what happens if you care for it? Like you would a cat or a dog. And if you find that you cannot care for it, and there is another hindrance in front, care for that hindrance first. Slowly coming back to your body again. Noticing this body. Is it not so that you care for this body? You care for this mind. I am absolutely sure that you are indeed doing your very best on this path. And when you're ready, you may open your eyes. Mm. Thank you for sharing that meditation with me. So lately my Pali has become a little bit rusty. And I wonder, Monica, would you be willing to read that sutta that you have there for us?
Yeah, sure, no problem. Thank you, Krister, for that meditation. Here is, I'm going to put in the chat for everyone the link to the PDF. I think that's what's on the website here. Let's see if it works. Yes. So I don't have to share my screen. We can read along and sing along or hum along or just listen. Let me pull it up for me too. Imaya Dhammanu Dhamma Patiya Buddhang Pujami Imaya Dhammanu Dhamma Patiya Dhammang Pujami Himaya Dhammanu Dhamma Patiya Sanghang Pujami Ahang Awero Homi Abya Pajo Homi Anigo Homi Sukhiyatanang Pariharami Mama Mata Pitu Acharya Cha Nyatimita Cha Sabrahmacharino Cha Aweda Hontu Abhyapaja hontu. Aniga hontu. Sukiyatanang pariharantu. Imasming arame sabe yogino awera hontu abhyapaja hontu aniga hontu sukiyatanang pariharantu. Amakam araka dewata ismasming vihare imasming awase imasming arame araka dewata awera hontu abhyapaja hontu aniga hontu sukiyatanang pariharantu. Sabe sata sabe pana sabe buddha sabe pugala sabe attabhava pariyapana sabe itio sabe purisa sabe iti purisa sabe anita purisa sabe ariya sabe anariya sabe dewa sabe manusa sabe winipatika awera hontu abhyapaja hontu aniga hontu sukiyatanam pariharantu. Dukkha muchantu yata lada sampatito bhaviganchantu kamasaka idang no punya bagang sabba satanang Pajema Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu.
Thank you very much, Monica. And thank you, everyone, for coming here now. I'm going to bed now. I wish you who are going to bed a good night, and who's just woke up, I wish you a good day. Okay. And for everyone in the middle of the day, I wish you a middle of the day. Okay.